the Raw Take, everyone, the lifeline to your unfiltered media experience. I'm your host, Gion Thomas, and before we get into the show today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any uploads. So, down in Texas, Greg Abbott is literally trying to destroy the people of Texas. This man has been enacting some wild laws, some wild executive orders. One of the executive orders that he just passed was he's going to ban masks in all government facilities, all local government facilities. So meaning libraries, courthouses, stuff like that. You don't have to wear a mask. He also passed the Heartbeat Bill, which is a bill that that bans abortions after 6 weeks. So after 6 weeks, women don't have the right to choose if they want to get an abortion. And another thing that he has passed, or that he's getting rid of, is he's getting rid of the extra $300, I think, a week that people on unemployment was getting. So just terrible things that are just definitely going to hurt the average person, hurt the average worker, hurt women. I mean, even just hurt regular constituents. Let's start with the whole entire mask mandate. What Greg Abbott fails to realize is that the government it sets the line, like it sets the example. And so with Greg Abbott saying no, that you don't have to wear a mask into these government facilities, private and local businesses are going to follow suit. It's just they're going to follow suit with what the government's enacting. And so this can turn out real bad, especially since we don't have everybody vaccinated. And so you're still going on the goodwill, the good nature of people. And we know people are going to lie about having the vaccine, about not having the vaccine. And so just to put it into people's hands, knowing that they may lie, knowing that we are still in a pandemic, no matter what you feel, we are still in a pandemic. This can just be disastrous. I don't understand. And what is he working with local governments? How are you going to decide what every local government should do, especially in your state? Now, let's say in city A has a high increase in COVID. COVID comes back. People start getting sick. By you in it having this blanket mandate, the people in that county, they can't reinforce their masks, especially on the government entities. They can't reinstate their masks, and so that could be very dangerous. Just not even looking at the hindsight, because Greg Abbott said that we didn't have a COVID death for the first day, but still, COVID is still raging on. Just because we didn't have a COVID death for that one day doesn't mean COVID's over. I mean, I think even in that week that we didn't have any COVID deaths, we still had, even in that week that we didn't have any COVID deaths, or in that one day, in that entire week, we had over 300 COVID deaths. So COVID is still around. COVID has not gone anywhere. It is still with us. And for Greg Abbott just not even take this into consideration, not even work with local governments, it's just this. It's a failing on his part. And if new mutations come out, this will be on him. This will definitely be on him, because he is reopening early, getting rid of the mask mandates, especially for, like I said, for government entities, which will then private businesses will then follow suit. And so you're back to people not wearing masks. You still don't have enough people getting vaccinated so we can get herd immunity. So it's going to be a failure. It could be. It could be. I hope it's not. But it's just the way that it's set up. It's looking like it could be a failure. And so let's talk about the other thing Greg Abbott did. Greg Abbott, he passed this heart bill law, and so women cannot get abortions after 6 weeks. And the crazy thing that I found very crazy, that I found really not even crazy, it's asinine, is that women can't even don't even tell that they're pregnant, or they don't even realize that they're pregnant. Symptoms can show up until after the 6 week mark. So you could not even know you're pregnant. Bam, now you're pregnant, and now you can't. And for whatever medical reason, your choice that you don't want to have this child, now you cannot get an abortion here in Texas. And also in this law, if you are caught talking to someone and saying, "Hey, I don't know," if you're confiding in someone, that person can turn you in for having an abortion, or they could turn you in, and I think they could turn in the doctor, aid and abetting. That's just wild to me. So Greg Abbott said that. All right, this is what he said. He said on Tuesday, Greg Abbott issued an executive order barring local government entities from requiring masks. The governor said the order is meant to defend Texans' right to choose. So it's up for people to choose it's up for people to choose the right to wear a mask or not, but women can't choose what they do with their bodies. I mean, that is the most hypocritical stance I think I've ever heard. I mean, just the fact that he would even say that, it just goes to show the hypocrisy with the Republican Party. You can't tell them to wear a mask, but they could tell women what to do with their bodies. That's the kind of logic of the Republican Party, just absolute backwards. And just the fact that they would even try and just tell women what to do. I mean, it's mind-boggling. It's asinine just to see them try and do this. The heartbeat bill. I mean, it's against women's privacy. I mean, it's against their privacy, their right to choose. And the thing is, men shouldn't have a say so in this. A man should not choose what a woman does with her body. At the end of the day, it's just that plain and simple. You don't want you don't want no one making decisions to do with your body. So why are you trying to make decisions to do with someone else's body? And they're going to try and say they're trying to protect the fetus and things, but and I can agree to that on some level, but if that person doesn't want to have that child, and then now that child becomes another victim of the system, why would you want that child to have that kind of life? That doesn't make any sense. And so let's look at the last thing Greg Abbott did. Greg Abbott said he was going to stop the $300 going to unemployment. I think that's weekly, $300. And just the fact that it's not even popping in his head that we're still going through a pandemic, that jobs are still not back up to par like they were. I mean, yes, there are a lot of people looking for work, but who wants to go work at McDonald's? And when you wasn't working at McDonald's before the pandemic, I don't care if McDonald's paying $15, $16, $18 an hour. If you have no desire to go flip burgers and dump fries, then You can pay somebody however much, they're probably not going to want to do it. And I understand people will be like, well, they got to suck up. But no one wants to suck up for slave wages. And that's if the job is paying good. I mean, we're just now recently seeing companies have to raise their minimum wage, have to give people benefits because people don't want to work for slave wages. It's just people don't want to break their back and then have nothing to really show for it, except for a 9-to-5 that barely provides for you to live. No one wants that. No one wants that. And for Greg Abbott to turn down this extra $300 that was helping people, that was being circulated back into the economy, I just don't get it. And then another thing, we gave trillions of dollars to corporations, but you can't get $300 a week. Trillions of dollars, trillions. I mean, it was mind-boggling, the money that we was throwing into the system, that we were throwing into the market. But you, the average person, you can't get $300. Now it's a big problem. That makes no sense. I mean, that is asinine right there. The average worker gets the boot while these big major corporations get trillions of dollars. Trillions. Just screw the worker. I mean, and that's what Greg Abbott has done this week. He screwed the worker, he screwed women, and he screwed the constituents. Just trying to be selfish, just trying to be, oh, we're back open. Texas is bigger and better. Okay, Texas is bigger, but let's set by example. Let's not have laws that go against women, that go against women's right to choose. Let's not have laws that crush the average worker. Let's not have mandates that's going to put your constituents in potential harm. Do better, Greg Abbott. But we got elections coming up, and there are some good candidates running for governor, and we just got to throw our attention and our focus behind those candidates, because we definitely got to get Greg Abbott out, and we need a strong ground game, a strong messaging game. The candidates who are running for governor, it has to be about your policy. It has to be how you're going to change Texas. It has to be how the workers, how you're going to be for workers' rights, how you're going to fight for Medicare for all, how you're going to expand jobs, green new jobs, green new technology. You just transitioning from coal or gasoline to green technologies, just things of that matter. You have to have an economic populist message, and you have to fight against corruption. Talk about how Greg Abbott gets all his money, because he gets all his money probably from the oil field and other big corporations that help influence him to make these decisions. So we got a lot to work at, because we definitely got to get Greg Abbott out. I mean, this is like a 3-strike rule. I mean, you can't screw women, screw the worker, and screw your constituents and then still think, oh yeah, we want you to be in office. It just doesn't go that way. I mean, it's just horrible. It's horrible, the things that Greg Abbott is doing. But, only a united front can really defeat the Republicans in Texas. But that's our show, guys. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any uploads. Also, like I said before, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us how we're doing. Tell us how we can be better. Give us your input. Also, you can find us anywhere where you can listen to podcasts. Thank y'all very much. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.